Hello there, it's 10 p.m. in Banjul. This is GRTS News, brought 2021 on Monday, January 3rd, 2022, as a public holiday in committees of the North Bank region and Banjul for their remarkable work in ensuring a landslide victory for the 50-kilometer OIC urban road projects. GRTS finds out young entrepreneurs and business strategies. On the internationals, Uganda considers doses of outdated COVID-19 vaccines as the batch of vaccines expired in November. Yes. Welcome back, and it's great to have you here with us. We begin the Section 76 of the 1997 Constitution is pleased to declare Monday, December 27th, 2021 and Monday, Feast of Christmas and New Year's Day 2022. President Barrow takes the opportunity. Prosperous New Year. The release ends. Meanwhile, the President, His Excellency Adam owing a landslide victory for the NPP-led alliance in the last presidential election. The Gambia committees were also awarded cash prizes for their exploits in the election, which saw
the regional NPP campaign teams across the country are credited for undertaking a successful campaign strategy. Regional campaign committees in the North Bank region and the capital Banjul this afternoon separately met the President. They called the tremendous work of the committees that led to the President's re-election. They all call for the consolidation of these gains to ensure application of the same strategy in the upcoming parliamentary elections. Forestry and the Environment, Lamin Diba, tasked the committees to streamline women and youth participation, gave strongly assurances that they will ensure a clean sweep of the three biannual parliamentary seats. Agilis Job and Fisheries Minister James Frumus Gomez all thanked the President for the unprecedented transformation of the President Barrow as hard-working, humble but principled, calling on him to give more opportunity which saw the party win the election. This year's campaign, the President argued, is unprecedented elections. He also described this year's election as the freest and most credible in the nation's history, nationally acclaimed, insisting that the Gambia has made its mark on the world stage. That victory celebrations will be held at each region, with the grand national celebration.
Following the laying of the foundation stone by President Barrow on the 27th of October 2021 for the Konijatu Jala was at the construction site in Brufut on Thursday to gauge the level of the work.
Construction of the OIC road projects is based in Brufut. Here, OIC official Falni Fadera and Pavi Fort.
Our 50-kilometer urban road project is divided in the Pavi Fort, Gambisara, Huta, come before they move into the communities to do the actual construction.
The road itself constituted of, this one is a special design, I think the first in Gambia, if I'm not making a mistake. It has drainages on both sides, and that's basically what we're up to.
The workforce here, according to the manager, comprises 90
obstacles because we've been having our way through. The people of Gambia have been very supportive to us, and our work, I think we are safe, we are confident that we can go through this.
Usman Jete, head engineer and timekeeper at the iron, are being supplied with an uninterrupted delivery of materials to complete the project on time.
For any workers here for now, about they only need to advise people motivation to work in the company.
Employees we spoke to, particularly women, express appreciation of the job. Many of these women are high school graduates without employment courses after the project to enhance their expertise in engineering. Communities here said the road project is a real life-changing scheme. Are taking significant steps ahead of the 2022 OIC summit set to put the.
Now, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, in partnership with the National Enterprise Development Initiative, focused mainly on business planning to improve access to funds and markets. Alajimbai report.
The building, which targeted 25 youth, is meant to enable young entrepreneurs to make growth. Speaking in Pakalinding, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry.
Youth-owned businesses fail because they are running businesses without business plans. The youth-owned enterprises are run profitably and sustainably to create a long-term impact. Has drawn a series of interventions to create the necessary opportunities for youth. Is having a business plan, and that is why government has funded this training.
The Abbas Ba said government have created numerous financial opportunities.
You are fully aware that government have done very well. They have to be able to apply the loan and get it. Through the generosity of government, you to succeed in your businesses, you must develop.
River Region for Bakari Sane called on young people, skills and businesses for sustainable employment.
Skill is well. Nowadays, if you are an entrepreneur, the opportunities are many. Okay, to talk about the business plan, but it's very difficult to develop it and understand it. It's a very good initiative.
Participants thank the organizers for the initiative, accessing support from financial hubs and other capacity building
project continues its engagements in rural Gambia, supporting communities to improve agriculture in the country. The project has recently conducted support as part of implementation of the Rural Poor Stimulus Facility Phase 2.
Beneath this ground lies strength of Kanikunda Suba can tap to make ends meet. A young mother is proud to call this garden her office. The road to success is tedious. Both capacity and capital are required to make it. In the countryside where many farmers are challenged by nature to live in far food production value chain, even the startup capital is hard to grasp through petty trading. Migration, on the other hand, gardening today is a viable trade, but the absence with the aim of supporting farmers to commence their hope and labor-based journey.
Actually, to see that the impact of Corona has been reduced on this particular benefited, but that will be benefiting from this support actually. So from these distributions, we are urging production of these vegetables. Then later, our office, the roots office, the regional code.
The seeds will be very useful too. These activities.
We consider gardens, we consider proximity to the road. We also consider gardens that have people with disabilities and a whole range of
projects. Seeds will be provided to several vegetable gardens by news. I am Farmer Kanye.
Well, to another press release now, 2018 to 2027. As a result, the PMO conducted a job evaluation exercise implementation of the new pay and grading structure effect from the 1st of July. Accountant General's Department has been set up to work on the implementation to the new system. Finally, this is indeed important as it will help improve the current low improved service delivery, assist in retaining highly skilled and competent civil servants, and new motorbikes to the council's tax collectors for ease of in this report.
Serifo Sonko is the chairman of the council. He describes the move as great importance in the council chambers to discuss and agreed to buy these brand new 10 motorbicycles based of the council and to increase the income of the council. The council cannot move without having we have to go and ask them to pay what is due for the council. The chief executive officer Modujong the area.
10 brand new motorbikes purchased at the cost of 15 revenue collectors in the collections of revenue. We believe that this intervention will be 25.
The governor of West Coast Region Lamin Sane and Dudu Gomez of the Ministry of Lands and Regional Government
are a public good and not a private good in the performance of councils. As a service delivery institution,
people, all the time when they need it. The still mentioned here that they want access to water, drinking water, clean water, also have a role to play in national development.
They call for unity. Ibrahim Jallo, GRTS News.
The Ministry of Health on Wednesday held a press briefing on tobacco control.
Tobacco use in the Gambia is becoming increasingly common among disease, stroke, lung diseases, and diabetes, as well increased risks of tuberculosis and even promotion and sponsorship.
And we are working towards reducing tobacco use through one that is on the verge of completion. And with regards to the project on 3 different areas, that is the graphic health warnings on the tobacco products packaging.
Senabu Cham of the Non-Communicable Disease Unit outlined the legislation which says a person. The Act also disallows minors for being sent to buy or sell tobacco.
But we know that the tobacco industry, actually, when you stop them at this site, they usually find other subtle ways of advertising. The law had actually also advised them to desist from that. It's either the cars are painted, as you see a certain kind of cigarette, that is also advertisement and promotion. And they come and say, okay, I want to sponsor that. The law is saying no. Tobacco in
Program manager of the Non-Communicable Disease Unit, Omar Baji, said levels of cooperation
everywhere, even within health. If you go out right now, outside the Kamoki, this is behavior. This is what we should discourage. This is what we, and we are not relenting our effort. We are just strengthening whatever we want to do and doing our best, and we are continuing the orientation, the sensitization regional. And
the Non-Communicable Disease Unit of the Health Action Against the Harmful Product. For the news, I am Aissatou Jata Gassama.
17 students at a local hotel in Kololi. The Skill Center aims to empower women by improving their skills.
At the graduation ceremony, the coordinator of Rafaela Gambia, Aissatou Njai, underscored the
will no doubt build girls' resilience against so many violences that has affected their lives in the past. A new approach, that is the acquisition of skills for youth and women.
Deputy therapist, while assuring them of government's continuous support to empower youths.
Could be economic reasons, that we understand that with skills, it is a way to build ourselves, to build and be able to support the younger generation to be where you are today.
Right of the Center for complementing government's efforts in providing invaluable knowledge and skills to women. She noted that the
is also an important milestone in the lives of the joyful graduating students for contributing their quota in the national development of this country by transforming them into economically active and
guidance for their continuous support in helping them achieve their dreams. For GRTS News, I'm Khadija Tuba.
Continues to stay. The internationals beginning in Uganda as the country is considering rolling out booster shots for eligible officials, and government says the country has enough vaccines in stock. Michael Balak tells us more.
We believe the new Omicron variant may be responsible for the surge. The government fought against symptomatic and severe illness from COVID-19.
Enough to vaccinate Ugandans, and therefore we are now embarking on giving what we call a booster dose.
More than 1 in 10 people tested for COVID-19 showing a positive rate.
Helping us is that this variant of Omicron, it's disease causing. It's not as the disease causing as the Delta asymptomatic.
Uganda has so far registered more than 118 by the end of the year. Michael Balekesi, GTN, Kampala, Uganda.
The batch has expired since November. Authorities say there were donated.
Vaccine hesitancy has posed a major challenge for the West African nation, so governments making
about 1,066,214 doses of experiment. Today is an opportunity for Nigerians to have.
Authorities say they had a very short shelf life.
A few months ago, in an environment where the supply of COVID-19 vaccines were very scarce.
Expiration dating pose a challenge to work with that tight time span or challenge.
Nigeria is witnessing a spike amid a fourth wave of the coronavirus pandemic. The West African nation recorded of Nigerians have been vaccinated so far, and officials say they hope to scale up efforts in order.
Well, on to Guinea now, where the leader of the 2008 coup had returned to the West African country after carried out by one of his own bodyguards. Camara was a little-known army captain who was marked by a stadium massacre against peaceful demonstrators. At least 150 trial has ever been held against perpetrators of the violence, and for years, Guinea and Russia has said it wants to avoid conflict with with Ukraine and the West. President Vladimir Putin and weapons sales to Ukraine. CGTN's Stuart Smith has more.
That for example, asking the United States and NATO to move to stop it and the West. So once again reiterated that dialogue is the solution. He says there is an agreement with the United States for a sense of frustration that more progress has not been made over the past few decades on this problem.
Top stories this hour. President Adam Barrow has declared Monday, December 27, 2021. President Adam Barrow, meanwhile, has commended the regional campaign committees of the presidential election. 2 months after delaying